We're here at XTERRA Matterley. We're post-race for a little bit of a chin wag with Loren Ward from Passion Fit Triathlon Coaching. Hello, Loren.
Hello, Doug.
How you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
Amazing. How are you? How was your race today? Let's start with that.
It was brilliant. Really loved it. Really enjoyed it. It was a little bit colder than recently I've been in Lanzarote, so it's a little bit of a shock, a little bit colder coming back here. But it wasn't raining, so I was really pleased about that. Really enjoyed it, loved it. Good course. Tired now, that's for sure.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I was just stood around and I'm pretty bloody tired. But so how did this race even come on your radar?
Well, I've more recently been getting into, I was previously just doing triathlon, and then I started enjoying a little bit of mountain biking, and I'd always fancied doing an XTERRA event, and then last year saw that it came back to the UK for the first time. So did the XTERRA at Weston Park last year and absolutely loved it, which put, I guess, the kind of XTERRA brand and these off-road events on my radar. And where I follow the XTERRA UK page on social media, I'd seen that this event was being launched, and I thought it was a great way to start the season. I find them really good fun, so it was something to look forward to.
Sounds like our marketing's actually working.
It is, yes. You're doing a great job.
Amazing. And I noticed, like I said, your kit is fantastic. First of all, I think you fitted every single colour of the rainbow onto that thing.
Almost, yeah.
Almost. And I think you had 9 guys or 9 people racing with you today, like all in the same kit.
Yes.
Like, is that something that's, you know, the whole team's getting behind your ethos of trying something new and going off road and experimenting and having a bit more fun?
Yeah, very much so. And I guess it was a couple of things really. I really wanted to come and do this event. So slowly but surely I rounded up more and more of the athletes to come and do it with me, because I really enjoy it. So I suppose selfishly I kind of rounded them up. And I think actually Lydia calls it, I voluntold them to come and join me in doing the event today. So one by one it went from me and one of my coached athletes, Amy, all of a sudden it grew to 9. Even had some making the excuse, well, I can't run at the moment because they had an injury. I said, that's okay, you can do it as a relay then. So we ended up having 9 of us here, the kit is something that we're really proud of. We love our bright kit. It actually came about because it makes it really easy for us to spot each other and be able to cheer each other and support each other more easily, but it's also a wonderful feeling for our athletes to really feel like they're part of something and part of something special, so they wear it with pride, and we love that.
I'm not right in thinking there's a few different designs as well. There's like a coach kit, there's like a training camp kit. So you must have a lot of fun when you're designing these things.
Yes, we do have quite a lot of designs. That is down to my husband, Tom. He gets quite carried away with the designs. He's our designer, and he gets quite creative, which I do love, but it does then get quite costly because we can't say no because we love the design, so we buy all the kit again in a new one. But yes, we have our kind of team kit, a coach kit. We do also have an off-road kit, which is the kit that we wore at XTERRA Weston Park last year. It's like a multi-coloured camo kit. We've got lots of different kit designs. We just love the bright colours and the variety.
So it sounds to me like Passion Fit it's literally, the clue's in the name, it's passion.
Yes.
Right? So it's quite clear that you live and breathe multisport.
Yes. And
do you think that your passion for it and the fact that you're still racing and the fact that you're kind of driving to do new different things, do you think that's something, a reason why your athletes are working with you in the first place?
Yeah,
they buy into the whole process.
Yeah, they do. And I think that it's really nice for us to be, coach and coachees to be able to race together. And I'm a really big advocate of that because it also helps me be close to their journey. If I'm experiencing lots of the things they are, it helps me understand how I can help them more, how I can help support them more because I'm experiencing those things with them. But we also, we're also a big advocate of that togetherness piece. And when they wear the kit and they're part of the Passion Fit brand, it's not just about how fast they go at races, and it's actually not just about sport generally. It's about our passion really isn't just for multisport. Our passion is for people, and creating a community that helps everyone become an even better version of themselves. And sometimes that leads to them being faster athletes, sometimes it doesn't, but that isn't the end result. The end result is them loving and enjoying their journey more, however that looks for them, and whatever loving and enjoying it means to them.
Yeah, it's like creating good humans, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, that ties quite nicely with what we try and do as XTERRA as a brand. You know, it's our hashtag is we play, we protect. There's an element of trying to respect where we play. We're lucky to go to all these amazing places. I mean, Matterley Basin in February is not the warmest, most exotic location I'm sure you've ever been to. But it's the same thing. We're trying to protect what we're kind of doing. And so kind of bringing it back to the racing, you know, you mentioned you're in for XTERRA Western Park, the second time in a row.
Yes.
Last year was your very first experience.
It was.
You can highlight kind of 3 things that you learned that you're then going to implement either in your own racing or in fact the knowledge that you're imparting to some of your athletes who I guess
from the race.
Guess are doing it for their first time as well.
I would say that I learnt that skill matters a lot on the mountain bike. Obviously, the more skilled you are on the mountain bike, the more energy you can preserve and then use on the run. Having the right kit is important too. You know, I certainly put on my most extreme trail shoes today, and it really made a difference to have the confidence to run in the mud and be okay. As is things like tyre choice on the mountain bike as well. So kit's important too. And my third big tip is find some other people that might be doing the event too and share your journey with them in terms of preparing for the event. You're more likely to go out there and go and prepare for the event well if you've perhaps got some others you can go and do it with. And then the day itself becomes far more enjoyable as well if you can experience the day with others too.
Yeah, exactly. You're one big happy family, right? Isn't it?
Absolutely.
You know, if there's almost that sense. It used to be the same thing. If you were getting up early for swim training, you knew your mate was going as well. You couldn't let them down.
You're held accountable to go.
Yeah, there's accountability for it. So, I mean, what are your expectations for Western Park? Last year, you feeling it out, deciding, do I like off-road? Are we now putting the competitive hat on a little bit with an idea of a podium, trying to qualify for the XTERRA World Championships? Is that part of the dream?
I would say so, yeah. I think that I'd love to go and experience the XTERRA World Championships more than anything because I see the videos of it. I have a little look online. I see the videos of it.
They're epic.
They look really cool.
I'm there
really
every
cool.
year and it's like, I still start crying in the opening ceremony. Whenever I see it start happening.
They look amazing, and from my perspective it looks quite exciting because the bike routes often look more technical than the standard races, and that really excites me. I really like a technical bike, so I'd love to go and experience that. So it's not like my sole goal. My sole goal is to just go and bloody enjoy the day and have a great day. If that comes as an outcome, I'd be delighted.
Amazing. So let's don't go. Hello, mate. How are you doing?
We've got an extra visitor.
Yeah. How was your race today? It obviously didn't go well. Completely thrown me off my interview questions.
Very cute though.
Brilliant. Right. So we always like talking a little bit about lifestyle as well. So what does a typical day look like for you? You know, your work is your passion, which is always a tricky mix. I know certainly that I'll burn the candle at both ends because I enjoy it so much. So talk us through a kind of a normal day and how training for XTERRA kind of fits into that.
I think that I try and combine quite a lot of my work and my training. And we're quite lucky. Well, we do have a community, or we built a community. It means I can share a lot of my training with my athletes. So 3 times a week, both Tom and I lead a early morning group bike session for all of our coached athletes, and we'll tend to join them.
I think I've seen that. It's like the one on Zwift.
That's
you're
it.
Linked to cameras and all sorts of stuff.
That's right. Yeah.
It looks mad. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure I'm up for getting that early, but
they are early. Yeah, they start at sort of 5:30, so they're early morning. But the idea is exactly that. You know, you're up early before work, you get it done, and then you can feel really confident. You know that work isn't going to take over through the rest of the day, and before you know it, you haven't got your training session in. So we do those 3 times a week, and we do those with our athletes. And again, even for us, it's level of accountability. You know, we coach them through it, but we're joining them as well, and it gets up onto them as well. And then 3 times a week on 3 of the other days of the week, we meet a lot of our local coached athletes to swim together as well, and we lead them through a swim session. So 6 mornings a week we're up to train with our athletes. Obviously, as you said, it's great accountability for them to come and meet us, but it is for us too. And, you know, it really helps us combine our training, spending time with our athletes, and getting to know them and be closer to their journey as well. So, you know, the bike sessions are great for those that aren't local, because anyone in the world literally can join them. Normally our day starts at about 5:30, and then we're normally quite disciplined, because we're quite disciplined with our athletes as well about downtime. We understand that's important. If we're up so early, it means we need to be in bed by ideally like 8:30. So we are early to bed people. So we're quite disciplined in the latter part of the day. But it will be pretty full on from about 5:30. First training session, then some coaching, some sort of one-to-one, some admin, working through our coach athletes training programs, maybe a second training session, and then some more kind of face-to-face time with our athletes. So it's probably typically a sort of 12 to 14 hour day most days. But we love it, so it doesn't feel like work.
Sounds exhausting. So, I mean, we've talked a little bit about, you know, the ethos of Passion Fit, how it ties in with, you know, what we're trying to do at XTERRA. And is there like a mantra or like a philosophy or ideology that I guess you personally live by? You know, what's the hill that you die on, so to speak, that you'll defend your opinion on until you die? You know, how would you sum it up?
Oh, it's a good question. I guess there's a few ways, but one of my kind of taglines or the goal, the mission of Passion Fit is to create a community, to create personalised accomplishment through community relatedness. So, for each athlete to understand what personal accomplishment looks like to them, and understand that might look different to someone else, and that's okay. That everyone's goals don't have to be the same. And I'm a really big advocate of people, you know, taking some time to work out what goals are important to them, not the goals that they think that they should have or their friends might have, but actually what matters to you. That's something that's really, really important to me. And also to remind people that very commonly, I think people get caught up in thinking what they want from their training is just to be a faster athlete and just that alone. But really, I think the journey is about so much more than that. And when people solely focus on that, I think sometimes they can end up losing the love for the sport. And I know for certain, when I look back and think about how my race went today, for example, in a year's time, 2 years' time, the thing that will stand out more in my mind is the experience of the day, how I felt, who I shared it with. I'll remember that far more quickly than I will remembering what splits I did or what my time was. And I think that's something that we really encourage people to remember.
Yeah, I think it's something that happens in off-road anyway, because you've got so many different variabilities. You can't control if it rains, you can't control the grip that's on the next corner. So in a way, you kind of let go of a lot of those pressures, if that makes sense. So, you know, if you're fit, you're happy, the result takes care of itself. You know, and it's the thing I really liked. It's the thing I was drawn to racing off-road, you know, many years and many beers ago when I was potentially a good athlete. never fully realised my potential because I had too much fun.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's the cool thing. It does help people, and that, you know, and it only helps again when you're doing road triathlon as well, because you focus on what you can control, you focus on the enjoyment. If you nail those two things, then you're going to go pretty well anyway.
I think so, because ultimately I think if you enjoy it, if you're enjoying the process, then you're more likely to be consistent at it. And in our experience, consistency is probably the thing that brings the most progression more than anything else. So, which is why we focus heavily on everyone enjoying the process, or you know, and that enjoyment looks different for everyone as well, I recognise. But if you can enjoy it, then you're more likely to be consistent. And if you're consistent, you're highly likely to make progression.
Cool. So let's talk a little bit more about you and your journey. We talked a lot about the Passion Fit crew. I'm really keen to find out, what's the one thing that you think you do really well in off-road
Mm-hmm.
racing, and one thing you maybe not quite nailed just yet?
Well, the off-road bike, the mountain bike, is my favourite by far, and my skill, or I don't know whether maybe skill, maybe bravery, to just go for it and attack the course.
It's skill until it goes wrong.
Yes,
then
that's
you're
right.
just brave.
So I really love that part of it, and I love the technical element of the mountain bike. So the more technical the course, the more happy I am.
You'll love Malvino then.
Cool, okay, that's going to go on the list then. So I think the technical element of the mountain bike is probably my favourite part. However, the complete opposite for the run, the technical aspect of the run, I enjoy, but I'm less skilled at, and that's probably where most of my opportunity to progress probably is. I'm not overly sure-footed, so I tend to slip and slide around way more than I'm sure I should.
Maybe need some better shoes.
or maybe it's the shoes.
Yeah, stop wearing those ice skates.
I'd like to blame it on the shoes, but I don't think it is.
Amazing. So, thank you so much for joining us here.
So welcome.
XTERRA Matt. It's been great to kind of catch up and have a good chinwag after then. If
Absolutely.
we want to learn more about Loren and Passion Fit, where can we find that out?
So you can follow us on Instagram, just Passion Fit UK. We're on Facebook as just Passion Fit as well. We also have a website, passionfit.co.uk, where we've got lots of information about us, the services we provide, and how we might be able to support people's journey. I'm obviously on Instagram as well, Loren Passion Fit Ward. By all means, follow me, and and hopefully we can inspire more people to come and try these off-road events. Because I must say, something that was so lovely to see today was the huge diversity in skill level and experience level, and that was really cool to see. Even in our group, we had Lydia racing elite. We also had Natalie, who actually rode a mountain bike for the first time today. So really cool.
She had literally the biggest smile of anybody.
She did.
She crossed the finish line. All you guys going completely mad for it at the end of the field. It was amazing to see, like super, super happy. And I think that, everyone loves winning medals and stuff, but actually it's like, it's making a difference, and a huge smile is worth so much at the finish line.
Totally agree. Yeah, absolutely. Well,
Right.
thank you very much for having us.
No, thank you. Over and out.